All right, bro. Yo, um, let me pick a formation with a tight end and a running back. I'm gonna start with doubles. I don't even know what formations you like to use, but definitely got a solution to what you talking about. I'm gonna pick one of those like over blitzes. Man blitz. Where we at? All right, here's a good one. Mid blitz. All right, so with mid blitz. You know, them boys, they everybody down there is blitzing, right? And what they would do, so they got was that six people blitzing, and what they would do, you know, they will hover someone down here to make the line think it's seven people blitzing. And that means the line is probably like if he stands right here, your center is probably gonna wait for him and he's just gonna drop back into coverage, of course, and then one of these dudes probably just slide right through untouched. So that's the tactic you're talking about. So this year in Madden, what we can do, and I got two controllers, so bear with me. All right, so if I was to pull him down here in the gap, with the O line, if I bring up my adjustments, if you look at the bottom of the screen, it says untarget defender with triangle. So if I hit triangle, I can actually pick whoever I want to untarget. Basically, I'm telling my line that he's not blitzing. Don't worry about him. So if I select him and let's bring up my pass art, it's probably not the best example. Um, Basically, every dude that has a flame icon over their head, they your line isn't blocking them. You know, they're not accounted for. So let me block tight end, block my running back for this example. All right, so if you see, I just added two more blockers, and the flame icon is now only over the middle linebacker. You know, the halfback icon is over the inside linebacker. That's who the running back is going to block. So what I'm getting at is, and I can probably explain this a little bit quicker. I probably took too long, but let me pick a different play. All right, I picked this one. Okay, bro. So what we're gonna do? I'm blitzing the. I'm sending six, the four down linemen and the two middle linebackers. So what a user is typically going to do, they're going to bring down, you know, like a safety, somebody that's probably covering the running back, and they're just going to like try to hover over the line of scrimmage. And what that does, even though they're blitzing six, is going to make the line think they're blitzing seven. So since now this safety, he's so close to the center. In the old Maddens, what will happen is the center would actually not block one of those blitzing linebackers, and he would focus on this dude right here, and this dude would just drop back into coverage. So that's what you mean why they how they would manipulate the AI. So this year, what Madden gave us on offense, I'm bringing up the holding L1 to bring up the pass protection, and if you look at the bottom of the screen on the right side, triangle is untarget defender. So if I hit triangle, I can move this flame icon to whoever I want my line to untarget. Basically, the dude, the user who's actually always coming close to the line, he's never going to rush. He's always going to fake and drop back into coverage. So when I see somebody pulling their dude down to the line of scrimmage, I untarget him. All right. Now I untargeted him, and again I got two controllers, so bear with me. Now if you see, we still got a flame icon over the two middle linebackers. The flame icon just means the line is not going to block them. You know, they're blocking everyone else. So in this case, they're sending too many guys, and I'm sending out five receivers, so I need to keep my running back. I need to keep my tight end back. So now, if you look, the flame icon is only over the cornerback over R1, and I'm not worried about him. And it's over the middle linebacker, not the middle linebacker, excuse me, the safety. Okay, bruh. Yo, don't stress yourself out over there in the chat about this. I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna give you a couple examples, and if you need more examples, I got you. So, really quick on defense, I'll set this up and bear with me. It's gonna be slow because I gotta control both controllers at the same time. But so if you look, I picked cover zero. So both the middle linebackers are blitzing. So defense is sending six. What guys do, and I'm sure you're aware of, they bring the dude down to the line of scrimmage, and now your line thinks, okay, they're blitzing seven, and we only got six people to block. So they would typically, in the years past, the center would ignore somebody that's blitzing, and he would focus on the user who's roaming, and we know he's never going to blitz. He's just going to pull back, and try to cut off a passing line. So this year, the offensive line is much smarter. If you hold L1, if you look at the pass protection options, triangle is untarget defender. So I hit triangle, and this flame icon, you just move it to whoever you want to untarget. You're telling your line, don't block him, focus on someone else. So I'm a pick him, and if I hold L1, you can see everybody's blocking assignment. So the red assignment is man to man. The blue assignment is going to be a double team. So that means if you look, can I move this? Well, they won't let me control my line. But if I zoom in, if you see the center and the left guard, they're both going to double team that nose tackle, and then one of them they're going to pick up the blitzer, the linebacker. Same thing on the right side. They're going to double team the on the right side, and then one of them are going to pick up the that blitzing linebacker because I told them to ignore the um the dude in the middle. Now, if you tell them to ignore the wrong dude, let me try here. If you tell them to ignore the wrong person, he's going to be able just to come through free and untouched. So let me tell my line to block him again. All right, so I do not want the flame icon on the dude on the outside. All right, so okay, bruh. So yeah, I picked the play on offense where I got like six people blocking. So my five linemen, my tight end, and my running back. So I got six people blocking. Now in defense, I intentionally picked one of these blitzes where they're sending six. So we got enough people to match up. So what people would used to do in the past, and they still do it, but the reason why they would do it in the past, as you know, they would bring, in this case, the safety, the dude who's covering the running back. They would bring him down in the box and try to get your line to think this dude is blitzing, and they're then going to drop him back into coverage and probably try to cut off your passing lane. So by doing that, if they take away one of your blockers, that means one of those blitzers, he's going to slide right through untouched. But this year, what Madden gave us, I'm holding L1 on my offensive line. If you look at the bottom of the screen, triangle is called untarget defender. You can now tell your line, hey, he's not blitzing. Ignore him. So if I hit triangle, I can move this flame icon to whoever I want the line to ignore. So I'm gonna ignore that user who I see is actually always like coming down from the safety spot because he's not blitzing. So I tell the line to ignore him. And if I on offense, if I look my I'm gonna hold L1. Am I on offense? Oh no, I got the defense control. If on offense, if I hold L1, I'm gonna see everybody's blocking assignment. So the red means that's a man-to-man. They're one-on-one with that defender. The baby blue, that means it's a double team, and then they're going to pick up the next guy that's coming through, But they're all ignoring the flame icon. The flame is the hot defender, meaning the QB needs to watch him because he's going to be the only guy that's unblocked if he does blitz. But in this case, we're telling the line to not block him. So if I go ahead and run this play, they're still sending six, so that means I'm not going to have all day. But basically, he can no longer glitch out your line. So your line is going to ignore him. Everybody picked up their block and it gave me enough time to get rid of the ball. So now, if I was to do the same thing, bring him down in the box, and look, right now, remember I said the red is man to man. So right now, my right guard is going to be trying to block that safety right here that's roaming, the guy that's not blitzing. So that means somebody on the edge. You see out there the flame icon on the right side. That means if we're counting, if our line thinks he's blitzing, somebody on the edge now is going to be able to come through untouched. So again, that's how you counter them stacking the line on you. They're basically occupying one of your linemen. So untarget the dude in the middle, and your line automatically reshuffles, and they're changing their blocking assignments on the fly. Now from there, you can double team whoever you want to. If you think like, yo, they got Miles Garrett over here, we want to double team the edge. You can double team that, and your line is going to do what they need to do. You can slide your protection one way. You can slide the other way, however you need to. But what I'm getting at is if you tell your line to untarget the user that's just stacking the line to manipulate you, you're making him a non-factor. Now the other thing, I'm gonna pick one more blitz and I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Let me what's a popular one where they stack the line? Okay, mid blitz is another one I see a lot. Let me pick this play. All right, so mid blitz where they, stack the gaps automatically before they even bring a user down. So by doing that, before I bring the user to the gap, I want you to see if I hold L1, well, first and foremost, I got five receivers going out. So that means I only got five men protected back to block for me. So somebody's coming through untouched. As you see the flame icon, again, that's who's coming through unblocked. And then it makes it worse when they bring somebody down. So now that's two people coming through unblocked, and then they'll just peel him back. So when they're doing this, you're going to have to sacrifice somebody, one of your receivers, because you're not going to have any time. So I'm going to block the running back, and I'm going to tell my line to ignore the dude right there in the middle. So that gave me a little bit more protection. And if anybody blitzes, this guy from the right side. Let me see if I can move. I'm controlling both controllers now. So only this guy right here with the flame icon, he's the only guy that my line is not going to block right now. And again, the user, we're not worried about him stacking the line because he's just going to bail once the ball is snapped. So again, you got to keep an eye on that flame icon. And then everybody that's blocking for you right now, they can still get beat on their block again. So you're not going to have all day, but this is going to give you a little bit more time. And sometimes all you need is 1 or 2 seconds to make a read. And bro, I really think that's going to help you out. And I'm going to show a quick replay and I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. But if you look, everybody, we got a body on a body. They're not being fooled. And then I'm going to do it one more time where I don't ignore him. So I'm going to show you. So got everybody blitzing. I'm going to bring him down. And all right, and I'm not going to do anything. All right, so right now my line is actually my center. They're going to watch this dude right here, and because of that, there's a flame icon on the right and a flame icon on the left, meaning they're both going to come through untouched. So if I was to drop back, they're coming through untouched and instant sack. So again, bro, just that one little adjustment. They're bringing the dude down in the box. You know he's not blitzing. Just untarget him. And then once you untarget him, you can see who else actually is blitzing, who else is not accounted for because we're only blocking five. And sometimes again, you may have to call your running back to block, and just to give yourself that added piece of protection, or keep your tight end back to block. But yo, this is gonna help you. I promise. Just untarget that dude, and they're gonna start seeing like, yo, I'm not getting any sacks. And when you start buying time and hitting people downfield and moving the chain, you don't even got to go downfield. 5 yards, 10 yards, 5 yards. Once that blitz is not working, you keep getting first down after first down after first down. They're going to change because you keep getting first downs. You're going to score eventually. So they're going to call this off, or they're going to try something new. They're going to try. They're going to probably drop back in the zone. But basically, if you take this weapon away from the dudes that stack the box, you're forcing them to now play ball, like you said in the chat. Just play ball. They're not going to play ball because shit, they can make it, they can manipulate your line, but this one adjustment is going to be a game changer, and you're going to force them to play ball. All right, bro. I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. I'm out, and try it in practice mode first. Don't just jump into the game because you only got like 20 seconds once you hit the line of scrimmage, and you're probably gonna get a delay of game. So try it in practice mode a couple times, and then yeah, I think it's gonna help you. And you might even struggle with it your first 1 or 2 games, but you have to do this, and it's gonna be muscle memory. It's gonna be as simple as making a hot route in the future. But all right, bro. Let me know if this works.